just... Okay. We'll just repeat the question, Prabhu, just for the record. You can just read it in Tagalog.
Para sa unang katanungan, ang bawat relihiyon o pananampalataya ay nagsasabi na sa pamamagitan lamang ng partikular na pananampalataya na makakamit ng isang tao ang kaharian ng Diyos. Paano ko masisiguro na sumusunod ako sa tamang sistema ng relihiyon? Ang bawat pananampalataya ay nagtuturo ng isang bagay na mabuti. Kaya't talaga bang kinakailangan kong talikuran ang isa upang makatanggap ng iba?
So here's a question about different faiths that are currently, I would say, present in our lives. And as you say, everyone is trying to promote theirs as the best. Naturally, so to understand God, of course, everybody is trying to understand God. That's the main thing. So to understand God fully, that is the real test. So you can go to 1, 2, 11. You want to read this?
Ang mga marurunong na transcendentalist na nakakaalam sa absolute na katotohanan ay tinatawag itong na hindi makalawang bagay, Brahman, Paramatma o Bhagavan.
So God is understood in these three aspects.
Ang Panginoon ay nauunawaan sa tatlong aspetong ito.
Some faith describe God as formless,
Ang ibang tao ay pinapaliwanag ang Diyos bilang walang forma.
And some faith describe God in the heart,
Ang iba naman ay inilalarawan siya na nasa puso ng bawat isa.
And some faith describe God fully in form.
At ang iba ay inilalarawan siya bilang buong anyo o forma.
This Prabhupada many times gives the example of the sunshine, the sun planet, and the sun god,
Kaya naman ipinaliwanag ni Prabhupada ang liwanag ng araw, ang planeta ng araw, at ang hari ng araw.
So many faith describe God as, having no form.
Marami ang naglalarawan sa Panginoon bilang walang forma.
So that is comparable to the sunshine,
Ito ay maihahalin tulad sa liwanag ng araw.
So you may know the sunshine, but if you know the sun planet, that's better, is it not?
Maaring alam mo ang liwanag ng araw, pero kung alam mo rin ang planeta ng araw, ito ay mas higit.
So the one who knows the sun planet, he will know the sunshine.
Kaya ang nakakaalam ng planeta ng araw, alam din niya ang liwanag ng araw.
So this is for people who understand that God is sitting in our heart,
Ito ay para sa mga taong nakakaunawa na ang Panginoon ay nakaupo sa ating mga puso.
But if someone knows the sun God inside the planet, then he will know the planet, he will know the sunshine, he knows everything completely.
Pero kung ang isang tao ay ang alam niya ay ang Panginoon ay nasa planeta ng araw, alam niya ang ah, Panginoon bilang liwanag ng araw o nakaupo sa ating puso.
So accordingly, if you know the sun god, then you will know all his opulence, all his activities and so many things, you know.
Kung alam ng isang tao ang Panginoon ng araw, or kilala ng isang tao ang Panginoon ng araw, alam niya ang kanyang karangyaan at ang lahat-lahat sa kanya.
So therefore, to know the personality of God, if any religion can teach you about God completely, his name, his form, his pastimes and everything, then that religion is the topmost.
Kaya naman, kung may isang relihiyon na makakapagpaliwanag sa iyo ng lahat, ang anyo ng Panginoon, ang pangalan ng Panginoon, ang katangian ng Panginoon, kaya ang relihiyon na iyon ang matuturing na pinakamataas sa lahat.
So this is the point. Many religions speak about loving God, but they cannot tell you who exactly God is.
Kaya ito ang punto. Kung may relihiyon, maraming relihiyon ang nagsasabi kung paano mahalin ang Panginoon. Pero wala sa mga relihiyon na ito ang nakakapagsabi kung sino ang Panginoon at ang mga katangian niya.
How to love God when you don't even know who He is?
Paano mo mamahalin ang Panginoon kung hindi mo man lamang alam kung sino ba talaga siya?
So that means their knowledge is not complete.
Kaya ibig sabihin nito, ang kanilang kaalaman ay hindi kompleto.
But if you know completely, then yes, that religion is the most perfect.
Pero kung malalaman mo iyon dito ng kompleto, ang relihiyon na iyon ang may tuturing na perpekto.
You can go to 7.1 Bhagavad Gita.
7.1.
So here in this Bhagavad Gita, the book of God, Krishna is speaking. And he is speaking like this. You can see what he is saying.
Dito sa Bhagavad Gita, ang aklat ng Panginoon, makikita mo na ang Panginoon ang nagsasalita. At ganito ang sinasabi niya rito.
No, you have to, yeah. Can you read that verse, anyone, please?
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Saktamana Partha Yogam Yunjanmadashrayah Asamshayam Samagramam Yathagnyasya Tachrano.
Ang kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos ay nagsabi, ngayon pakinggan mo, o anak ni Prita, kung paanong ang pagpapraktis ng yoga ng buong kamalayan sa akin, na ang pag-iisip ay nakaugnay sa akin, malalaman mo ako ng buong buo at malaya mo lahat sa kahit anong pagdududa.
So you see how in this verse Krishna is telling Arjuna that how if you go to him and practice this Krishna consciousness, then you can know him in full, free from doubts.
Dito sa bersikulong ito, sinasabi ni Krishna kay Arjuna na kung paano mo siya malalaman ay na kung magpa-practice ka ng kamalayan kay Krishna ay malalaman mo siya ng buong buo at walang kahit anong pagdududa.
Because many people are trying to practice so many religious things. Can you go to 7.3 please? And they're trying to, understand God in so many ways.
Pinipilit nilang unawain ang Panginoon sa lahat ng paraan.
Because when we say Krishna, maybe we are talking about Krishna, Supreme Personality of God is speaking.
Sinasabi natin Krishna, ang ibig natin sabihin, kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos.
Pag sinasabi natin Krishna, ang ibig nating sabihin ay ang kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos. Ang nagsasabi. Sa lahat ng libo-libong mga tao, ang isa ay maaring maghangad ng perpeksyon. At sa lahat ng mga taong naghahangad ng perpeksyon, halos wala sa kanila ang nakakaalam sa akin ng totoo.
So you can see here, many people are trying to find out about God. Hardly one will become perfect. And among all those who achieve perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So,
Makikita natin dito sa napakaraming taong naghahanap ng Panginoon, konti lang o isa lang sa kanila ang makakatamo ng perpeksyon. At sa mga nakakatamo ng perpeksyon, halos wala ang makakakilala sa Kanya.
so in order to know God, it is not something that I try to go buy books and look and read and figure out. It's not the criteria.
Kaya ang pagkakaalam sa Panginoon ay hindi lamang basta sa nilalaman ng aklat o pagkakaroon ng criteria.
He said to find out about God, should have done a lot of piety.
Sinasabi nila na para malaman mo ang Panginoon, kailangan na sa nakaraang buhay mo ay nagkaroon ka ng napakaraming magagandang o relihiyosong gawain.
Can you go to 7:28? It says here in this verse, unless we have done heaps and heaps of pious activity in previous lives,
Ang mga tao na gumawa ng mga relihiyosong gawain sa kanilang nakaraang mga buhay at sa buhay na ito, at kung saan ang kanilang mga kasalanan ay ang na nakagawa ng mga relihiyosong gawain sa buhay na ito at sa nakaraan, ang kanilang mga kasalanan ay kompletong mawawala at lalaya mula sa pagkadalawang delusyon. At maiuugnay nila ang kanilang sarili sa serbisyo sa Panginoon ng may determinasyon.
So this is the condition how to go to God, no?
Ito ang mga kondisyon kung paano mapunta sa Panginoon.
It is not that, you can figure this out. That's not possible. So therefore Krishna told Arjuna, in chapter 4, text 3.
Kaya sinabi ni Krishna kay Arjuna,
So here Krishna said, can you read this?
Sinabi ni Krishna, iyong makalumang agham ng relasyon sa kataas-taasan, ngayon ay sasabihin ko sa iyo sapagkat ikaw ay aking deboto at gayon din aking kaibigan. Kaya naman, ikaw ay makakaunawa sa transcendental na misteryo ng agham na ito.
So Krishna is saying here, if you want to understand this transcendental mystery about God, then you must become His devotee and friend,
Kaya naman sabi ni Krishna, para maunawaan mo ang misteryo ng transcendental na agham na ito, kailangan na ikaw ay maging deboto ni Krishna at kanyang kaibigan.
Then you may ask this question, how to become His friend and devotee when I don't even know who He is?
At maaari mong itanong, paano ako magiging deboto niya at kaibigan kung hindi ko naman siya kilala?
Yes. How to find out? I don't know.
Paano natin malalaman?
Yes, is a question,
Yes.
correct? So here, the Lord is sitting in the heart of everybody.
Kaya dito, ang Panginoon ay nakaupo sa puso ng bawat isang tao.
So He is witnessing.
At nakikita niya ang lahat-lahat.
Saksi. Siya ay saksi.
Can you go 13:23? So as he's sitting in the heart of everybody, he knows the soul. See?
Dahil siya ay nakaupo sa puso ng bawat isa, nasasaksihan niya at alam niya ang lahat. Kaya naman, dito sa katawan na ito, may isa pa at transcendental na nagpapakasaya. Siya ang Panginoon, ang kataas-taasang namumuno na nananatili at sumasaksi at nagpapahaya o hinahayaan at siya na alam ang super soul. At siya ay kilala bilang super soul.
As soon as the Lord is sitting in our heart as super soul, he sees that we are trying to sincerely find out about him and surrender and love him, then he makes arrangement for us to get this knowledge how to go to him.
Kapag nakilala natin ang Panginoon,
he makes the arrangement for us. She's muted. You're muted.
Bilang super soul, siya ang gumagawa ng mga siya ang gumagawa ng arrangement para sa atin para
when he senses some sincerity.
Pag nakita niya ang sinseridad.
So this is the way the Lord helps the soul, you know.
Ito ang paraan kung paanong tinutulungan ng Panginoon ang kaluluwa.
Because the Lord knows everything. He's sitting in the heart, you know. He knows everything.
Lalo pa alam ng Panginoon ang lahat ng nangyayari sapagkat siya ay ang saksi sa ating puso.
So then he brings someone to a devotee of Krishna. In this way, he gets associated and then he learns everything, you know, as the Lord says.
Siya ang nagdadala sa isang tao, sa deboto ni Krishna, para matutunan nito ang lahat tungkol sa kanya at mapalapit ito sa kanya.
And first thing is that if you go to such person, you can go 434.
At pag subukan mong alamin ang katotohanan sa pamamagitan ng paglapit sa pinunong spiritual. Magtanong ka sa kanya ng may pagsuko at magbibigay ng serbisyo sa kanya. Ang isang kaluluwa na napagtanto ang sarili ay maibibigay ang kaalaman sa iyo sapagkat nakita na niya ang katotohanan.
So therefore, by going to such a person, then all his doubts are cleared, you know.
Kaya naman pag nagpunta ka sa ganitong uri ng tao, ang lahat ng iyong pagdududa ay mawawala.
Unless all doubts are cleared, you cannot make any spiritual advancement.
Maliban na lamang kung lahat ng pagdududa mo ay mawawala, saka ka lamang magkakaroon ng pag-unlad.
So then he learns from the devotee how to become a devotee.
Kaya ang taong iyon ay matututunan mula sa isang deboto kung paano ang maging isang deboto.
Can you go to 11:11:25?
Ang isang tao na nakapagtamo ng dalisay na serbisyong devosyonal sa pamamagitan ng pakikisalamuha sa aking mga deboto ay palaging nauugnay sa pagsamba sa akin. Kaya
this is-
naman,
sorry.
kaya naman siya ay mabilis na mapupunta sa aking kaharian at na malalaman niya ito sa pamamagitan ng mga dalisay kong mga deboto.
So this is the process of trying to know who is the ultimate personality of Godhead.
Ito ang proseso para malaman kung sino ang kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos.
And this knowledge must come from God Himself.
At ang kaalamang ito ay kailangan magsimula sa Panginoon mismo.
There's no other denomination of faith than give very clear understanding of God as God Himself.
Walang ibang makapagbabahagi sa atin ng kaalaman tungkol sa pananampalataya kundi ang Panginoon lamang.
Can you go to 9:2? So here you can see Krishna says, can you translate this?
Sinasabi ni Krishna, ang kaalaman ay ang hari ng edukasyon, ang pinakalihim sa lahat ng mga sikreto. Ito ay ang pinakadalisay na kaalaman at dahil nagbibigay ito ng diretsyong persepsyon sa sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagkakatanto, ito ay perpeksyon ng relihiyon. Ito ay panghabang buhay at ito ay masayang naigagawa.
So you see here, very interesting, Krishna is saying that this is the topmost education, king of all knowledge.
Dito sinasabi ni Krishna, ito ang pinakamataas na edukasyon, ang hari ng edukasyon.
You can say all religion also say that.
Maaring oo, sinasabi ng mga iba pang religiyon na sila ang pinakamataas sa lahat.
As I've said earlier, but no religion can give you a full definition of who God actually is.
Pero katulad ng sinabi ni Prabhu, walang mga relihiyon ang makapagsasabi kung sino talaga ang Panginoon.
They cannot tell you who God is.
Hindi nila masasabi kung sino ang pagkatao ng Panginoon.
And this is the secret of all secret, Krishna is saying.
Ito ang lihim ng lahat ng mga sikreto.
It is the purest knowledge.
Ito ang pinakadalisay na kaalaman.
And because it gives direct possession of the self by realization, it is perfection of religion, it is everlasting and is joyfully performed.
At dahil nagbibigay ito ng direktong perception sa sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagkakatanto, ito ay ang perpeksyon ng relihiyon at ito ay panghabang buhay at masayang nagagawa.
What do you mean by giving direct possession of the self by realization?
Anong ibig sabihin ng diretsong perception sa sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagkakatanto?
It means that when you connect to this process, you can actually feel God in your heart.
Ibig sabihin nito na kapag umugnay ka sa prosesong ito, mararamdaman mo ang Panginoon sa iyong puso.
Not only you can feel, you can actually see God.
Hindi mo lang mararamdaman, kundi makikita mo rin ang Panginoon.
That's why it is called perfection of religion.
Kaya ito ay tinatawag na perpeksyon ng relihiyon.
And is eternal.
At ito ay panghabang buhay.
And the most important point is that you must become joyful in this process.
At ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat, ikaw ay magiging masaya sa paggawa nito.
That you become happy. You come to God and you become unhappy, then something's wrong.
Kailangan ay maging masaya ka sapagkat kung ang relihiyon ay nagbibigay sa iyo ng kalungkutan, may mali tungkol dito.
This is the test.
Ito ang pagsubok.
So if you go to God, you must be free from doubt, you must get all knowledge, and you must know all secrets, and you must feel Him also for the start. I mean, of course, you become more advanced, you can see Him, and then it is very joyful, blissful.
Kaya sa pagpunta mo sa Panginoon,
You must become free from doubt.
Kailangan na maging malaya ka mula sa lahat ng pagdududa. I forgot that.
It must be, blissful. And then of course you say how you know your religion, you can say many things, correct?
Yes.
Everybody also talk like this, Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So Krishna and Arjuna, they were talking like this. And Arjuna said, okay, you say you are God, you show me. You show me your God. This is a unique thing about this Krishna consciousness.
Ito
That
ang,
Krishna actually showed Arjuna that he is God.
ito ang kakaibang bagay sa kamalayan kay Krishna, na pinakita ni Krishna kay Arjuna kung sino ang siya bilang tunay na Panginoon.
No book in the world got this kind of thing. Either they heard from the voice from some mountain, or they got something, somebody alone goes, and so many things.
Walang
But here-
aklat
Yeah.
na magsasabi ng ganito.
But here, Krishna was challenged, and Arjuna asked him, you said you are God, you show me how you are God.
Pero dito sa aklat na ito, binigyan ng pagsubok ni Arjuna si Krishna. Sabihin mo sa akin kung sino ang Panginoon. Sabihin mo sa akin kung paano kang naging Panginoon.
So, you can go, you can see chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita.
Kaya makikita natin sa Kabanata 11 ng Bhagavad Gita.
Krishna says that if you want to see God, you cannot see with ordinary eyes,
Sinabi ni Krishna, upang makita mo ang Panginoon, kailangan ang mata mo ay hindi ordinaryo.
See, this is another thing Krishna did. Can you go to 11:8? Yeah, Krishna is saying, you cannot see me with your present eyes. Huh?
Sinabi ni Krishna, hindi mo ako makikita sa iyong pangkasalukuyang mga mata. Kaya naman, ibigay mo sa akin ang iyong banal na mga mata. Kaya naman, ibibigay ko sa iyo ang banal na mga mata. Behold, ito ang aking mistikong karangyaan.
So to see God, you need divine eyes, You cannot see God with this material eyes. Because we need spiritual eyes to see a spiritual person.
Kailangan nating makikita lamang natin ang isang spiritual na Panginoon sa pamamagitan ng spiritual na mga mata.
And then Krishna showed his universal form, so many suns, so many this, so many that, all coming at one time.
Kaya pinakita ng Panginoon ang kanyang universal na anyo.
Arjuna saw this form and he was very much terrified,
Nakita ni Arjuna ang anyo niyang universal na ito at siya ay natakot.
So then Arjuna, after seeing this, he says, I want to see your topmost form.
Pagkatapos makita nito ni Arjuna, sinabi niya kay Krishna, gusto ko makita ang pinakamataas mong anyo.
So you can go to 11:46.
O universal na anyo, o Panginoon na may libo-libong mga kamay, nais kong makita ka sa iyong anyo na may 4 na kamay, na mayroong helmet sa ulo at may club gulong at conch at lotus flower sa iyong mga kamay. Nais kong makita ka sa ganitong anyo.
Can you go to 1150?
Sinabi ni Sanjaya kay Dhritarashtra, ang kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos na si Krishna, pagkatapos niyang sambitin kay Arjuna, pinakita niya ang kanyang anyo kay Arjuna na may 4 na kamay, at sa huli ay ipinakita ang kanyang anyo na may 2 kamay upang maengganyo ang natatakot na si Arjuna.
So you can see how the Lord showed his topmost form to Arjuna.
Makikita natin kung paanong pinakita ng Panginoon ang kanyang pinakamataas na anyo kay Arjuna.
Can you go to the next verse?
Nang makita ni Arjuna si Krishna sa kanyang orihinal na anyo, sinabi niya, "O Janardana, ang pagkakakita ko sa malataong anyo mo na ito ay napakaganda. Ako ngayon ay buo na sa aking isip at nababalik na ang aking orihinal na kalikasan."
So you can see, even in the Christian religion, it is said that man is made from the image of God.
Kaya naman kahit sa relihiyong Kristiyano, sinasabi dito na ang tao ay hinubog mula sa anyo ng Panginoon.
Is it not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
But what is this form that is not there? Is it not?
Pero ano ang anyo na wala dito?
So, but here it is there. Krishna is showing his original form to Arjuna, and Arjuna saw it. Not only Arjuna saw it, some Vyasadeva also saw. Many say, elevated pious souls saw.
Marami bang ibang dalisay na mga kaluluwa ang pinagpakitaan ni Krishna, kagaya ni Arjuna, ni Vyasa, at marami pang ibang dalisay. Ang kanyang anyong ito.
So anybody who can tell you this kind of information, then yes, that is perfection of religion.
Kaya naman, kung sino ang makapagsabi sa iyo ng anyo ng Panginoon, oo, ito ang perfeksyon ng relihiyon.
But there's no religion can show you this information.
Pero walang kahit anong relihiyon na makapagpapakita sa iyo ng tamang anyo ng Panginoon.
Apart from Krishna Consciousness, there's nobody else can give you this clear information.
Maliban sa Krishna Consciousness o sa kamalayan kay Krishna, walang ibang paliwanag sa iyo sa anyo ng Panginoon.
That's why just now we read, this is perfection of religion.
Kaya naman, batay sa nabasa mo, ito ay ang perfeksyon ng relihiyon.
And you can give it a try if you chant. Of course, the way to go to him is to call on him, call for his name. That's also there in your Christian religion. From sunrise to sunset, you glorify the name of your Father. Hallowed be thy name. So similarly, we have also, of course, you want to translate before you.
At maari mo
the way to call him by chanting his name.
At maaari mong makita ito sa pag-ugnay.
So therefore, the best way to go to him.
Kaya naman ang pinaka mahusay na paraan para mapunta sa kanya ay ang pag-chant ng kanyang pangalan. Katulad rin ng sa Kristiyano, sinasabi dito na kailangan mong tawagin ang pangalan ng Panginoon. ito yun.
So the best way to go to him is to call him.
Ang pinakamahusay na paraan ay ang pagtawag sa kanya.
So if we can call him by his name, then yes, we become very quickly, we become successful in
Kung
seeing.
matatawag natin siya sa kanyang pangalan, tayo ay magiging matagumpay.
It's not that God nobody knows. This statement that many people make, nobody knows God. This is not correct statement. Yes, this statement that nobody knows God.
Itong sinasabi na walang nakakaalam sa Panginoon
Ay mali.
ay mali.
It is not a very correct statement.
Ito ay maling.
You may not know, but doesn't mean that everybody don't know.
Maaring hindi mo alam, pero hindi ibig sabihin ito na ang lahat ay hindi nakakaalam.
That's why this Vedas, we call it, has got all knowledge about God.
Kaya nga ang Vedas ay nagtatalakay ng lahat tungkol sa Panginoon.
So all you have to do is read. That's all.
Ang kinakailangan mo lang gawin ay ang pagbabasa.
And if you can chant Hare Krishna, then yes, you become perfect.
At pag nakapag-chant ka ng Hare Krishna, ikaw ay magiging perpekto.
And all this knowledge will be automatically revealed to you.
At ang lahat ng kaalaman ay mapagtatanto sa iyo.
And that very God who is sitting in your heart, you can see.
At ang Panginoon na mismong nakaupo sa iyong puso ay kalaunan ay makikita mo.
Yes. So it is your choice whether you want to take up the process or not.
Kaya iyon ay nasa iyong pagpili kung nais mong kuhanin ang prosesong iyon o hindi.
Get more knowledge, he goes to another university which is got more prominency. Yeah? Yes.
Prabhu, there seems to be some disturbance with your audio, Prabhu, with your microphone. We couldn't hear actually most of what you said. And then towards the end, it came back.
Sound is low.
Yeah, something went wrong. Just this last lines that you spoke.
So if someone is going to the local university,
There's a lot of disturbance, Prabhu.
is it better now?
Yes, Prabhu.
So someone goes to a local university to study some particular science. She's muted.
Katulad halimbawa na pag ang isa ay pumasok sa isang lokal na universidad para mag-aral ng kaalaman.
So then to get more and more knowledge, he goes to a higher university, yes?
At para makalikom ng mas marami pang kaalaman, kailangan niyang pumunta pa sa mas mataas na universidad.
So similarly, you know, if you want to get more knowledge about God, you must go to somewhere they have all knowledge.
Tulad nito, para makalikom ka ng mas marami pang kaalaman tungkol sa Panginoon, kailangan mong pumunta sa mas mataas na uri ng relihiyon.
Yes or not? But you have not given up your love for God if you get more knowledge.
At hindi mo isinusuko ang pagmamahal mo sa Panginoon kung pumupunta ka sa mas mataas na kaalaman.
For example, if I am a Christian, then I learn about Krishna consciousness. I'm still loving God as a Christian. I've not given up that point of not loving God.
Halimbawa kung ako ay isang Kristiyano at mahal ko ang Panginoon, at kapag pumunta ako at nanatili sa kamalayan kay Krishna o sa Krishna Consciousness, hindi ibig sabihin nito na itinitigil ko ang pagmamahal sa Panginoon. Minamahal ko pa rin ang Panginoon pero sa mas mataas na pamamaraan.
In fact, my faith gets stronger.
At ang pananampalataya ko ay mas nagiging matindi.
Because I know more about God.
Sapagkat mas alam ko na ang mas marami pa tungkol sa Panginoon.
Is it not? Yes?
Yes.
So that should be the understanding. Does that answer the question?
Yes, Prabhu.
Anybody have any-
Yes, Prabhu.
Any further questions on this subject?
What if somebody wants to retain both? He wants to practice a little bit of that, but he doesn't want to completely stop going to the church, for example, or take part in masses or all these kind of things.
Well, can you translate that?
Paano halimbawa kung ang isang tao ay ayaw niyang isuko ang nauna niyang relihiyon at gusto niyang panatilihin ang pareho? Halimbawa, nagpupunta siya sa templo at pinapractice ang kamalayan kay Krishna, pero nagpupunta pa rin siya sa simbahan para umattend ng mga misa.
We're not stopping anybody from going to the church or coming to us or whatever.
Hindi natin pinipigilan ng kahit sino na pumunta sa simbahan o pumunta sa ating templo o kahit ano.
If you can understand God, then you stay wherever you are.
Maunawaan mo ang Panginoon kahit nasaan ka pa man.
Because God is everywhere.
Sapagkat ang Panginoon ay nasa kahit anong lugar.
Yes. So if you understand God is everywhere, you can go anywhere. What's the problem?
Kaya kung mauunawaan mo ang Panginoon ay nasa kahit saang lugar,
He's not only in your church,
Pwede
he's
ka pumunta
also in
kahit
the
saan.
temple.
pwede kang pumunta kahit saan.
He's not only in the He's not only in the church, he's also in the temple, he's everywhere.
Hindi lamang siya nasa simbahan, kundi nasa templo din siya.
Yes. Yes or not?
Yes.
No, God is only in my church and not anywhere else. That's not proper understanding, no?
Sinasabi minsan ng iba, hindi, ang Panginoon ay nasa simbahan lang namin. Ito ay maling paniniwala.
Correct? That means you are limiting God, no?
Ibig sabihin nito ay nililimitahan mo ang Panginoon.
Yes? Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
He's in your heart, he's outside, inside. Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So a devotee who is very advanced, he can, he says here, he can you
Hare
go
Krishna
to
Prabhu, the President Prabhu's audio is very soft.
Prabhu's audio is terrible. Prabhu's audio is terrible. Mataji. You ask, Mataji.
Sorry, Rose Mataji, you're not able to hear Prabhu's audio.
Yes.
We are able to hear it clearly. There's a little bit of disturbance, Prabhu, but the audio is coming clear.
Prabhu, I think the audio is actually relatively soft.
Yeah,
It's very
that's right.
soft.
That is right. Yeah.
Soft. Cannot barely hear it anymore.
Mm.
It's my audio, huh?
Yes, Prabhu. You want to hear your audio.
Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very much.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes, better.
All right. So, okay.
Oh, very clear now.
So now, what we were talking about? Okay, can you go 329:20? Yeah. Can you see this? Can you translate this?
Habang ang sasakyan ng hangin ay dinadala ang amoy mula sa pinanggalingan at agad-agad na ah, kinukuha ang pandama ng pang-amoy. Katulad rin nito, ang isang tao ay palaging nauugnay sa serbisyong devosyonal sa kamalayan kay Krishna, ay kaagad-agad na makukuha ang kataas-taasang kaluluwa na siyang palaging matatagpuan kahit saan.
Correct. So a devotee, he can see God anywhere, you know.
Ang isang deboto ay makikita niya ang Panginoon kahit saan.
Can you go to 630 Bhagavad Gita?
Para sa kahit sino man na nakikita ako kahit saan at nakikita ang kahit anong bagay na nakaugnay sa akin, ako ay hindi mawawala at siya ay hindi mawawala sa akin.
If I only see him in one place and not see him everywhere, then I'm not very advanced.
Nakikita ko lang siya sa isang particular na lugar at hindi ko siya nakikita sa iba. Ang ibig sabihin nito, ako ay hindi maunlad.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we have to learn how to see like that, no?
Kaya naman, dapat nating makita ito sa ganitong paraan.
Next, one verse before this. "29. Yeah. Can read this?
Ang isang totoong yogi ay nakikita ako sa lahat ng mga nilalang. At nakikita rin nila ang bawat nilalang na nakaugnay sa akin. Kaya naman, ang isang tao na napagtanto ang sarili ay nakikita ako. Ang parehong kataas-taasang Panginoon kahit saan.
So you must know how to understand this in proper understanding. Huh?
Kaya kailangan mong maunawain ito sa wastong pag-unawa.
If you say that God is only in my church and not anywhere else, I think that kind of knowledge is not very perfect, no?
Pag sinabi mo ang Panginoon ay matatagpuan lamang sa isang particular na simbahan, Sa tingin ko, ang iyong kaalaman ay hindi perpekto.
Hmm? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So therefore, we need some training to know these things. Therefore, that's why we ask you to associate with people who have knowledge.
Kaya naman kailangan natin ang pagsasanay para matamo ang ganito. Kaya naman kailangan natin ang pakikisalamuha sa mga tao na alam ang prosesong ito.
If you say, no, I only want to stay in primary, what do you call it, your school? Standard one, is it? Why? What do you call it in
Yes.
Philippines? Standard
Grade
Primary,
1.
grade 1.
Grade 1. If I know I only want to be in grade 1, I don't want to go to grade 2 and 3 and all. Is that intelligence?
Kaya naman, halimbawa, nagsabi ang isang bata, gusto ko lang sa grade 1, ayoko umakyat sa grade 2 o sa grade 3. Ito ba ay katalinuhan? Hindi.
As I explained just now, if you want to know God as the sunshine, or you want to know God in the sun planet, or you want to know the sun God personally, which is your choice?
Kaya naman sa napaliwanag ni Prabhu kanina, kung gusto mong malaman ang makilala ang Panginoon bilang liwanag ng araw o bilang planeta ng araw o bilang ang Diyos ng araw mismo, ito ay nasa pagpili mo.
1855.
Ang isa ay makakaunawa sa akin bilang ako ang kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos sa pamamagitan lamang ng serbisyong devosyonal. At kapag ang isang tao ay nasa kabuoang kamalayan sa akin sa pamamagitan ng ganitong debosyon, siya ay makakapasok sa kaharian ng Panginoon.
It says here, when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God.
Sinasabi dito na kapag ang isang tao ay nasa buong kamalayan kay Krishna sa pamamagitan ng debosyon, siya ay makakapasok sa kaharian ni Krishna.
Yes. If you don't have full consciousness, how you can reach the destination?
Kung wala kang buong kamalayan, paano mong mararating ang destinasyon?
Therefore, you must know who is God, who are you, how to love Him. Huh?
Kaya naman dapat mong malaman kung sino ang Panginoon, sino ka, at kung paano mong mamahalin ang Panginoon.
But if you don't know, then you'll be in doubts.
At kapag hindi mo ito alam, ikaw ay magkakaroon ng mga pagdududa.
Huh? You can go to 3 for the doubting soul. What is that?
16.
3? Bhagavad Gita.
4.
4. For the doubting soul, there is no,
Subalit, ang mga mangmang at walang pananampalatayang tao na siyang pinagdududahan ang mga banal na kasulatan ay hindi makakarating sa kamalayan sa Panginoon. Sila ay babagsak. Para sa isang mapagdudang kaluluwa, walang kasiyahan kahit dito sa mundo na ito o sa susunod pa.
So if you are living in doubt, then how to get, you will be like this.
Kaya kung ikaw ay namumuhay sa pagdududa, paano mong matatamo ang ganito?
Yeah po. Yeah.
Opo.
So we must know, we cannot be ignorant, we must find out, just like you always want to get more and more knowledge.
Kaya hindi tayo dapat maging mangmang. Kailangan nating alamin. Kailangan nating makalikom ng napakaraming kaalaman.
there's no such thing as Christian God, Hindu God, Chinese God, Filipino God. There's no such thing. There's only one God.
Walang bagay na sinasabi na mayroong Panginoon lamang ng Hindu o Panginoon lamang ng Kristiyano o kahit anong Panginoon lang. Iisa lang ang Panginoon.
Yes. But Krishna says, I've got many names.
Kaya sinasabi ni Krishna, ako ay may napakaraming pangalan.
Some call him Yeshu. What do you call goddess?
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Jehovah.
Some call him as Allah, and some call him as, Buddha. So many names are there. Yes?
Yes.
Water can be called in your, what do you call water in your language?
Tubig.
What?
Tubig.
Tobig.
Tubig.
I call water and somebody call another name. So many names for water, correct?
Yes.
Does it mean because you call in a Filipino name, the water is Filipino water?
No.
H2O.
It doesn't make sense. It is all the same. So like that, a very simple example. Can you explain?
Katulad ng isang simpleng halimbawa, katulad ng tubig. Sa salitang Pilipino, ito ay tinatawag na tubig. Sa Ingles, ito ay tinatawag na water. At sa ibang salita, ito ay tinatawag ng iba. Hindi ibig sabihin nito na kapag tinawag mo ang tubig ng tubig, ito ay Pilipinong tubig. Tulad nito, ang Panginoon ay ganoon din. Hindi ibig sabihin na marami siyang pangalan, ay nagkakaroon siya ng partikular na pagkatao o nasyonalidad o ano man.
So you see, this is intelligence.
Kaya ito ay katalinuhan.
So therefore, to learn properly about God, you must go to someone who is a devotee of God.
Kaya para matutunan mo kung sino ang Panginoon, kailangan lumapit ka sa isang tao na nakakaalam sa Panginoon o ang deboto ng Panginoon.
If he's not a devotee of God, then you cannot learn from him. That is the point.
Kung hindi siya deboto ng Panginoon, hindi ka matututo sa Kanya.
So try to understand this simple thing,
Kaya kailangan mong maunawaan ang mga payak na bagay na ito.
So, any questions? So please try to understand this in a proper light, Correct?
Does anybody have any other questions related to this topic before we move further to the next question? Would anybody like to ask any questions, or is it clear?
Prabhu, are there particular names of God that is really, accepted? Meaning all names are accepted that it really represents God, because you are saying that there are other names of God, but only one God. But then, for example, if we say Jehovah also is God, so is it an acceptable name for God? That's what I meant. Meaning, are all the names related to God acceptable as such?
Yes, you want to translate this?
Meron bang particular na pangalan ng Panginoon na katanggap-tanggap? Halimbawa, Yahweh or Jehovah? O basta't pangalan ba ng Panginoon, makukonsidera natin ito na katanggap-tanggap na?
You see, God has got many names, undoubtedly.
Walang duda na napakaraming pangalan ng Panginoon.
But most of the names are very generic,
Pero kadalasan, ang mga pangalan na ito ay napaka generic.
For example, you call God as Father.
Halimbawa, tinawag mo ang Panginoon na Ama.
Or you call him as Allah, which means Almighty.
O tinawag mo siyang ala, o ibig sabihin ang pinakamataas.
So like that, you have many names depicting the qualities of God,
Napakaraming pangalan na naglalarawan ng mga katangian ng Panginoon.
So we call him Krishna,
Pero tinatawag natin siyang Krishna,
which is his, what we say, one of his name, which means that he's all attractive.
na isa sa kanyang mga pangalan, ang ibig sabihin ay ang pinaka maganda sa lahat, pinaka nakakaakit sa lahat.
So if you chant the specific names of God, then you get the full, what we say, effect,
Kaya pag sinasambit mo o chinachant mo ang pangalan ng ito ng Panginoon, ikaw ay nagkakaroon ng epekto.
Nagkakaroon ito ng
So we recommend everybody to chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this 16-word mantra refers specifically to God himself, directly,
Ang 16 na salita o ang mantra na ito ay nagtutukoy sa Panginoon mismo. Ang mantra na Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So therefore, if you chant the proper name, just like a phone number, if I dial your specific number, I get a chance to speak to you directly, is it not?
Kaya gayon din kapag tinawag mo ang particular o ang wastong pangalan, kahalintulad ng pagtawag mo sa isang numero. Kapag tamang numero ang iyong denial, matatawagan mo ng diretso ang nais mong tawagan.
But if I chant if I dial somebody else's number, I won't be able to talk to you.
Pero pag denial mo ang ibang numero, hindi mo makakausap ang gusto mong tao.
So therefore, we have to do the right connection.
Kaya naman, kailangan nating gawin ang tamang koneksyon.
Then yes, we'll be able to, talk to each other.
Upang makausap mo ang nais mong makausap.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, names of God and avatar of God are two different things.
Avatar means God coming down.
Okay.
You want to translate?
Ang pangalan,
avatar means descending.
Ang pangalan ba ng Panginoon at ang avatar ng Panginoon ay magkapareho? Ang sagot ni Prabhu, ang avatar ay nangangahulugang ang Panginoon na bumaba dito sa mundo.
So therefore we must know, correct? So when God comes down from the spiritual world, that is called avatar.
Kaya pag ang Panginoon bumaba mula sa spiritual na mundo papunta sa material na mundo, ito'y tinatawag na avatar.
So God also comes here.
Kaya ang Panginoon ay pumupunta rin dito.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So generally God comes to India because it's a holy land.
Pangkalahatan, ang Panginoon ay nagpunta sa India sapagkat ito ay banal na lugar.
So you can go there and see many places where he had pastimes.
Maaari kang pumunta doon para makita mo ang lahat ng lugar na kung saan ay nagkaroon siya doon ng pastimes.
He walked in India, many places. He, did pastimes of lifting up the Govardhan hill. And so many activities of God
But
done there.
the avatar of God Prabhu is depends on what purpose is he coming down on
Yes,
earth.
yes. Can you translate this?
Ang pagbababa ng avatar ng Panginoon ay sa anong kadahilanan?
So these all are proof of the position of God.
Ito ay patunay sa posisyon ng Panginoon.
Hmm? And when he comes, he does activities that no human can replicate, you know.
At kapag bumaba siya dito sa mundo, siya ay gumagawa ng mga gawain nang walang kahit sino mang tao ang makakagaya.
Not that he is, you know. Can you go to 111,167? Huh?
Hindi ko nais
Madhya Leela, Prabhu.
No, you go to 11,167. Huh?
Yeah, Madhya Leela, Prabhu. 11,167.
11,167. Got it? 11,167.
Madhya Leela, chapter 11, text 167, Prabhu.
No, 11th canto.
Okay.
11, first chapter, 6-7.
1167.
Yeah, not 67, 6 or 7, 2.
Good luck.
Can you read this?
ang kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos na si Krishna ay ang kanlungan ng lahat ng kagandahan, ay ang sisidlan ng lahat ng kagandahan. Ang lahat ng magagandang mga bagay ay umiikot sa Kanya.
Emanate is galing sa kanya. Nanggagaling.
Ang lahat ng magagandang mga bagay ay nanggagaling mula sa Kanya. At ang Kanyang personal na anyo ay napaka-kaakit-akit. Kaya naman, inaakit nito ang mga mata para tumingin sa Kanya lamang at hindi sa mga ibang bagay. Sa mga ibang bagay na walang kagandahan kumpara sa Kanya. Nung ang Panginoong Krishna ay bumaba sa lupa, inakit niya ang mga mata ng lahat ng mga tao. Nang magsalita si Krishna, ang kanyang mga salita ay umakit sa mga isip ng lahat ng nakakaalala sa Kanya. Sa pamamagitan ng pagkakakita sa mga yapak ng Panginoong Krishna, ang mga tao ay naakit sa Kanya at nais nilang ialay ang kanilang mga gawain para sa Panginoon at sa Kanyang mga tagasunod. Sa ganitong pamamaraan, madaling na ipakalat ni Krishna ang Kanyang mga biyaya na iniaawit sa buong mundo at nilalaman sa mga mahahalagang bersikulo sa Vediko. Ikinonsidera ni Panginoong Krishna na sa pamamagitan lamang ng payak na pakikinig at pagchachant ng kanyang mga biyaya, ang mga kaluluwang nakakondisyon na ipanganganak sa panghinaharap ay makatatawid sa kadiliman ng kamangmangan. Sa sa pagkakasiya sa ganitong pag-aayos, umalis siya sa kanyang nais puntahan. Finished, Prabhu.
Okay. Can you go to 7, 10, 70?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ang Panginoong si Krishna ay
April.
Ay nagpakita bilang isang tao. Gayunpaman, maraming hindi ordinaryo at magagandang mga gawain ang kanyang ginawa sa kanyang sariling potensyal. Ano pa ang masasabi ko sa lahat ng kanyang mga gawain na nasabi na ng magagaling na banal na mga tao?
Yes.
Ang lahat ay magiging dalisay sa kanyang mga gawain sa pamamagitan lamang na payak na pakikinig ng tungkol dito mula sa tamang pinagmulan. Yes, Prabhu.
You see, God comes down, he lifted up Govardhan Hill, with his little finger.
Kaya nga, di ba, ang Panginoong si Krishna ay bumaba dito, binuhat niya ang burol ng Govardhan sa pamamagitan ng kanyang hinliliit.
Who can do that?
Sino ang makakagawa nito?
Like that, he did many, many uncommon activities,
At nakagawa pa siya ng napakaraming hindi pangkaraniwan ng mga gawain.
So we know God is great, but if you know how great he is by his activities, then our faith will be very strong, increase.
Alam mo na ang Panginoon ay dakila at sa pamamagitan pa ng mga dakilang gawain nito, mas lalo kang naakit sa kanyang mga gawain.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it clear? Not clear?
Clear, Prabhu?
What do you say clear in Tagalog?
Malinaw.
Huh?
Malinaw.
Malinaw. Oh, malinaw.
Yes, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu, one more question.
We can actually go to the next question which you asked in the chat, Mataji. I mean in the advanced question that we got from you.
Okay, Prabhu.
Is that okay? Because we put it up here already. So.
Okay, Prabhu, no problem.
Actually, she asked in a different way, in a more detailed way in the chat, Prabhu. But this is roughly what it means. How can one become free from sinful activities committed in the past?
It's still the same, Prabhu.
Yes.
Meaning shorter, you have put it in the shorter.
Yes, Mataji.
Sa Tagalog, paanong ang isang tao ay makakalaya mula sa mga kasalanang nagawa niya sa nakaraan?
Yeah, the past that I'm referring to here, Prabhu, is not past as in past life. But what I meant here is like, before, for example, before coming to Krishna Consciousness, right? I will say that I have done a lot of nonsense. Like teammate and all that. So what I'm trying to ask here is how can we, get through all this sinful, meaning how can we prevent ourselves from the sinful reaction of whatever is done in the past during our present life, not the past life. Because these sinful activities will result to karma even in this life, right, Prabhu?
You know, can you take out that verse, Prabdha Karma?
True.
It's 9:12, I think. Bhagavad Gita has got it.
9-2 purport, Prabhu.
I don't see it there. I think it's 9 somewhere.
9-2, Prabhu.
9:2, huh? Yeah, you
See,
can read that. Abrapta Karma.
अप्रारब्धफलं पापं कूटं
Yeah.
बीजं खलोन्मुखं क्रमेणैव प्रलीयेत विष्णुभक्तिरतात्मनाम्.
So you must
Para
understand before you go. We must understand that sinful life is not just only this life. It carries on from your previous life. Some are not manifest. Can you read that? Some are manifest. Some,
okay.
like this.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can you like this?
Para
I think this yeah. Can you read?
yes, Prabhu. Para sa mga tao na nakaugnay ang serbisyong devosyonal sa kataas-taasang Panginoon, ang lahat ng makasalanang gawain kahit na bumubunga o natatago o nasa anyo ng isang binhi ay unti-unting maglalaho. Kaya naman, finish, Prabhu.
Very good. So you see, the sinful activities are continuing from birth of the birth. So what you do now will be carried forward to your next life.
Ang mga makasalanang gawain ay nalilipat mula sa itong kapanganakan na ito papunta sa susunod at papunta sa susunod pa. Kaya naman ang mga nagawa mo ng kasalanan ngayon ay dadala mo sa susunod mong buhay.
The amazing thing about Krishna consciousness is that the moment you chant Hare Krishna,
pero ang pinakamalagang bagay sa kamalayan kay Krishna ay kapag chinant mo ang mantra na Hare Krishna,
you clear all sins.
buburahin nito ang lahat ng mga kasalanan mo.
Even sins you're going to commit in future life also get cleaned up.
Kahit pati ang mga kasalanan na gagawin mo pa lamang sa iyong panghinaharap na buhay.
So powerful,
Di ba't napaka makapangyarihan?
637. 637, I think 627. I'm sorry, let me find out. Huh?
Yeah, 627.
627.
Nam no Hiyavati.
I am here, Krita Niveshu. Yeah. Can you read all that translation? What happened? I lost all of you. Are you there?
Yeah, we're all here, Prabhu. We can hear you, we can see you.
But the screen is gone, no? Your screen.
Is it?
I don't see you all anymore. I don't know what happened.
We still can see you, Prabhu.
You can see me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
See you, we can hear you, Prabhu.
We can see, we can hear.
I can't see anyone anymore. Hare Krishna, what happened?
Ito.
So anyway, if you can see me, that's all right.
Namno hiyavati shakti papa nirharane hare tavat kartum na shaknoti patakam patake naraha.
Sa pamamagitan lamang ng pag-chant ng isang banal na pangalan ni Hari, ang isang makasalanang tao ay mawawala ang reaksyon ng mga kasalanan niya.
Read it first, understand it first. Understand it and then translate.
Sinful man can counter the reactions.
What is the word for counteract?
Okay.
Get the word.
Kontra.
Kaya niya kontrahin, mas madaming sins kesa sa kaya niyang gawin. You get it? Translate.
Sa pamamagitan na pa lamang ng pag-chant ng isang banal
Kahit
na
isang
pangalan,
beses lamang.
sa pamamagitan lamang ng pag-chant maski isang beses lamang ng pangalan ni Hari, ang isang makasalanang tao ay kaya niyang kontrahin ang mas marami pang kasalanan na kaya niyang magawa
Kesa sa kaya niyang magawa.
So you can see how powerful the chanting is, huh?
Makikita natin kung gaano makapangyarihan ang pag-chant.
But
Yes.
should be done attentively, bro. Is this?
So even if you chant and something happens, huh? Correct, you can go to 6 to
Kahit
14.
mag-chant ka at may mangyaring isang bagay,
6 to, sorry bro, 6 to 23.
No, 6 to 15. Even if you chant and something happens, you still get protected. You can reach.
kapag ka ang isang tao ay tinawag o chinant ang banal na pangalan ni Hari at siya ay biglang namatay dahil sa isang aksidente o nahulog mula sa tuktok ng isang bahay o nadulas at nagkabali-bali ang mga buto habang naglalakbay sa kalsada o nakagat ng isang ahas at nagkaroon ng matinding kirot o mataas na lagnat o nasugatan sa pamamagitan ng kahit anong armas, ang isa ay kaagad na maililigtas mula sa pagpunta sa impyerno kahit na siya ay makasalanan pa.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you got no loss.
Kaya wala kang loss.
Yes.
Wala.
But if you buy insurance, you can only get protection for just get money, no? And that also if you die, you know. Yes. But here Krishna saves you completely.
Pag bumili ka ng insurance, diba? People buy insurance. Para maging safe. Pero pag namatay ka lang, makukuha ko.
Katulad halimbawa pag bumili ka ng insurance, pag namatay ka lang, tsaka mo lang makukuha.
Can you all?
Prabhu, but there are times that when we chant, the mind is wandering everywhere. So what benefit will you get from that?
It doesn't matter. You let the mind run. But as long as you're chanting, by and by, one day the mind will not run. You know.
Okay. So it means in the new faith stage, the mind is wandering everywhere, but as long as you focus on your goal and continue slowly, you will reach your destination.
Yes, that is the secret, you know. Keep chanting and then eventually one day the mind will stop wandering, you know.
Okay, Prabhu.
Not easy to control the mind, you know. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu, because at one time the mind can be in different places at one time.
Not at one time, all the time. Huh?
All the time the mind is running everywhere.
That's not only
Why?
your problem. Even Arjuna also said his mind is going everywhere. I don't think I can do this yoga. He said that, no? Yes or not?
The mind can be
6:30.
your enemy, man.
6:30.
PM
Even Krishna says also, even if your mind wanders, you try to bring it back. 6:26, I think. Hmm?
Can be your friend. The mind.
Yeah. So you see, can you read that?
Kahit saan man mapunta ang isip dahil sa magulo at hindi mapanatiling kalikasan nito, ang isang tao ay maaari itong alisin at ibalik sa ilalim ng kanyang pagkontrola sa sarili.
Correct.
but must.
So one day when you capture the Lord in your heart, then the mind will not run anymore, no?
When you capture your mind, it will not run.
Kapag hinuli mo ang iyong isip, ito ay hindi tatakbo.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Anybody else? Any question? Looks like only one person is talking.
Because I'm the most lost here, Prabhu, I think.
No, everyone is quiet. Huh? Nice to hear everyone say something. Yeah.
Are you satisfied with the answer, Rose Mataji, for the question that you asked regarding sinful activities?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So there are actually a few more questions that we received. Manjukesi Mataji is asking, what happens to all the living entities during Lord Brahma's night?
They all Brahma's night sleeping time. Oh, you want to translate?
Ano ang nangyayari? Ano ang nangyayari sa lahat ng mga nilalang sa gabi ng pagtulog ni Brahma?
So during his time, the living entities, of course, are from all the place up to the heavenly planets destroyed.
Sa oras ng gabi ng pagtulog ni Brahma, ang lahat ng mga nilalang mula sa baba hanggang sa taas na planeta o hanggang sa langit ay malulunod.
So you can read 8:18 and 8:19 like that. Wow.
Sa simula sa simula ng araw ni Brahma, ang lahat ng mga nilalang ay nabubuo. At pagkatapos nito, kapag naggabi na, lahat sila ay mawawala na muli.
So they will go and stay in the body of Garbhodas ki Vishnu.
Sila ay lalabas, mananatili.
Will go and stay inside the body of
Sila ay pupunta at papasok sa katawan ni Garbhodakashayi Vishnu.
And then when the day of Brahma comes, then they again come back.
At
Next.
kapag nag-umaga na uli, sila ay babalik.
Next verse.
At paulit-ulit, habang ang araw ni Brahma ay lumilipas, ang lahat ng nabubuhay na nilalang ay nabubuo. At sa pagdating ng gabi, sila ay mawawala.
So you see how this is going on,
Makikita natin kung paanong ito ay paulit-ulit na nangyayari.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very good. So like that, it's constantly been going on,
Kaya katulad nito, palaging ito'y patuloy na paulit-ulit.
And when Brahma finally dies, then we all go back to the body of Garbhadaski Vishnu, or we get promoted to the spiritual world. Like that, we are going on and on,
Kaya pagka namatay si Brahma, tayo ay babalik sa katawan ni Garbhodakaday Vishnu at paulit-ulit lalabas muli.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Actually, the person who asked this question is Manjugasi Mataji. She's not here. She
She
seems
was
to
there,
have,
so there's no.
yeah, she seems to have left. We can actually take any questions from anybody else who's here. If anybody would like to ask any questions. Marina Mataji, meron pa kayong mga tanong? Alfred Prabhu, silent listener lang kayo ngayon. Silent observer. Meron pa kayong mga tanong? Yes po, Mataji.
Sundar Gopal said that a
Yes.
devotee who is advanced doesn't he sees a person he does not yung ano ba yung hindi siya nag
You speak in Tagalog, she can translate, no?
yeah. You said that an advanced devotee is does not differentiate between a person who is a Christian, because you said God is everywhere. So how come other devotees they choose like in the social media in Facebook, they choose who to communicate with, but they are already advanced. I don't mean advanced devotee, but they are staying in the movement still. So how come they do not like to communicate with not their own kind?
Communicate with not the own what?
Not their own kind.
Or own kind.
Yeah, like they do not want to communicate with a non-devotee. They just choose devotees to communicate with. And you
So,
said that they are advanced.
So basically, to summarize the question, Mataji is asking if devotees are expected, or if devotees do not differentiate between different classes of living entities, why is it that devotees are choosing to associate only with a certain type of people and avoiding others?
Yes.
Is that what your question is, Mataji?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
You want to translate that into Tagalog, please?
Para sa katanungan ni Marina Mataji, sinasabi na ang isang maunlad na or ang isang nakatataas na deboto ay hindi kinikilala ang tao na kaiba sa
Discrimination.
tinitingnan ng pantay-pantay, Mataji.
Okay. Sinasabi dito na hindi ba ang isang kung di ba't sinasabi na ang nakatataas na deboto ay hindi tinitingnan ang bawat tao. Ngayon, bakit ang ibang deboto ay nakikipag-usap lamang sa mga kauri nila at pinipiling hindi makipag-usap sa mga tao na kaiba ang isip mula sa kanila? Tama ba, Mataji?
Oo.
Can you go to Madhya 2287?
Madhya.
Okay, you want to read this?
Para sa isang Vaishnava, ang pamantayang kaugalian ay ang iwasan ang pakikisalamuha sa mga ordinaryong tao na hindi interesado sa Krishna Bhakti. Ang mga ganong tao sa simula na masyadong nakaugnay sa material, lalo pa sa mga kababaihan, at pangalawa, ang mga tao na iyon ay yung mga hindi deboto ni Krishna. Ang mga Vaishnava ay kailangang iwasan ang pakikisalamuha sa dalawang uri ng taong ito.
You see, I'm sure this question answers this verse answers the question.
Yeah, but we all say that we have 26 qualities of a devotee. So one is compassion. So where does compassion come into place if we practice like this?
Compassion means you go to such people. You want to translate first?
Mayroong 26 na katangian ang isang deboto at nabibilang dito ay ang pagiging mahabagin. Ngayon, sa sinasabi ng bersikulong ito, nasaan dito ang pagkahabag? Kung iiwasan natin ang ibang uri ng tao.
Yeah, because we are preaching to the Vaishnavas are preaching to first they go to people, the common people. They're preaching to them, but once they get their heart and they understood already the Krishna Consciousness movement, they eventually stop there, like stop preaching, because anyway they know already, like that.
No, but can you translate what you're saying?
Vaishnava is the people outside, and once he gets them, he will continue to practice, and he doesn't associate with them anymore.
Well,
Ang isang Vaishnava, layunin nila ay ang mangaral sa mga tao. Ngayon sa simula, mangangaral sila sa tao. Subalit pag nakuha na nila sila, doon natitigil yung pangangaral niya o pag-preach niya sa taong ito.
So we are saying that we do not associate with common people, that means we don't go there and we frivolously, join them and talk and all that. But for preaching purpose, we can
Yeah.
associate with anybody.
Ang sinasabi natin na asosasyon o ang pakikisalamuha dito sa mga ganitong uri ng tao nito, hindi ibig sabihin na hindi natin sila kakausapin. Kasi ang layunin natin ay ang mangaral. Tayo ay mangangaral, pero hindi natin kukuhanin ang kanilang asosasyon.
So that is the compassion to preach Krishna consciousness.
Ito ang sinasabi ng pagkamahabagin na katangian ng deboto na ipamahagi ang kamalayan kay Krishna pero hindi kukuhanin ang katangian nila.
So for preaching purpose, we can associate with everyone. But other than preaching, to go and mix with them and all kind of thing, that's dangerous.
Kung sa pangangaral, maaari natin silang pangaralan. Pero kung makikisama tayo sa kanila para makipagsaya sa kanila o gawin din ang mga bagay na ginagawa nila, ito ay napaka mapanganib para sa isang deboto.
Then we can fall down.
At maaari pa tayong bumagsak dahil dito.
You understand this point? Our compassion for them is to teach them about Krishna. But if they don't want to learn about Krishna, then we should avoid them.
Ang ating habag sa kanila ay ang ipamahagi natin sa kanila ang kaalaman or ang kamalayan tungkol kay Krishna. Pero kung ayaw nilang makinig at ayaw nilang sumunod, doon magtatapos na hindi na natin sila kausapin.
Yes, can you go to 11? 246, I think.
Yeah.
Ang kalagitnaan or ang pangalawang klase ng deboto ay tinatawag na Madhyama Adhikari. Iniaalay niya ang kanyang pagmamahal sa kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos. Siya ay sinserong kaibigan sa lahat ng mga deboto ng Panginoon at nagpapakita ng habag sa mga nakatauhan na siyang walang alam at hindi pinapansin sa mga mangmang na mga tao na walang alam. At itong second class na devotee na ito ay iniiwasan niya ang mga tao na manibugho or mainggitin sa kataas-taasang personalidad ng Diyos.
Yes.
Yes.
So our compassion is there.
Kaya naman ang ating pagkamahabag ay narito.
But you must be strong. If you're not strong and you go and talk to them, then you can be influenced and you can fall down.
Pero kailangan mong maging matibay sapagkat kung hindi ka matibay at nakipag-usap ka sa kanila, maaring ikabagsak mo ito.
Yes.
That's why you don't send out bhaktas to preach.
No, we send them out to preach and then they get defeated, they come back and they learn how to answer the questions.
Pinapalabas natin ang mga bakta para mangaral. At kapag sila ay natalo, halimbawa sa isang debate, doon sila matututo. Pero ang mga bakta ay hindi pinapalabas para sumama sa mga gawain ng mga taong ito. Pangaral lang.
That is called on-job training.
Iyon ang tinatawag na parang ano nila, OJT.
OJT.
Yes. And that will be strengthening his faith.
At ito ang magpapalakas ng kanilang pananampalataya.
Because you need to get realization, then you become strong.
Dahil dito mo mapapagtanto at dito ka matututo at dito ka magiging matibay.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Malina, what is the word?
Malinaw. Clear.
Malinaw,
Malinaw.
malinaw.
Ah,
So therefore we have to strengthen our faith by associating with stronger devotees. Hmm? Like now you're coming to this class and you are learning so many things. Yes?
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
learned already, but uh, I learned before.
Yes. So now you are learning again, correct? You're
Yeah.
reading. Yes? Yes or not? Is your faith getting stronger by reading all this?
Uh, maybe.
I'm sure it is because you're getting knowledge. Yes? Yes or not?
Uh, so you think that I'm advancing a bit because I'm questioning or talking, talking already?
Definitely, if you are asking questions and getting the answers and you are learning, definitely you are advancing. Yes?
Radhika said yes.
Yes. By discussing, we get,
Also, Raj saying thumbs up. Ah, asa man to akong friend si Manjo eh. Not here anymore. She left. Anyway, because it's a first hand. It's a first hand. Can you hear me?
yes, I can
Yes,
hear you
yes, Mataji,
loud,
we can all
very
hear
loud
you.
We
and
can
clear.
hear you, Mataji. We can hear you.
It's a first hand experience on good nga this certain devotee this certain no Vaishnav. I said in the Facebook yeah in the Facebook Messenger, hello, how are you, Prabhu? How are you? How is your wife? Then with no with no with no fanfare, he just blocked me right away. And then I told another devotee who was a devotee before that, hey, you know what? This certain friend of ours before, he just blocked me right away. I just asked him, how are you and your wife? Because his wife before was my friend, but and then no more. And then also the wife, I communicate, then no reply. And then she told me, maybe they don't like already Christian people, only Hare Krishna people lang, like that. So, sinabi niya, baka hindi niya na-type yung mga Kristiyano, gano'n. Yun lang, kaya sabi niya sa akin, gano'n.
Anyway,
Sin
we are not blocking you.
We are actually inviting you to come over here to the temple, Mataji. You can.
Yeah, but I'm so far away, no? I'm in Cebu, no?
Cebu is not so far away. You can come. We will take care of you very nicely, and you can serve the deities. You can do. You can engage in so many services. You're most welcome,
Yeah,
Mataji.
I did that before, but I'm just a neophyte. I did not.
Every one of us are neophytes in front of God.
No, what I meant was, I'm not, wala pa akong tali, ano?
Very good. So anybody else got any more things to
You.
add?
Today, since Saravanan Prabhu's microphone is working very nicely, he has a very high quality microphone. We want to hear you, Prabhu.
Prabhu, actually, it's the same microphone. I don't know what happened the last week.
Okay.
It just didn't want to start. I was just fixing the thing last night and checking, and Haribol apparently is working.
Yeah, so we'd like to hear from you how you find these sessions and how it has been helping you.
Oh, it's very interesting, Prabhu. There's always something new to learn.
Yes, Prabhu.
And then the
Very much.
questions and the topics. Apart from reading the books, it's like it's more interesting to hear someone actually reading out the verses and the purpose. Very beneficial.
Yes.
What about Alfred? You enjoyed the session today?
Today he has been a silent observer. Naka-mute kayo, Prabhu. Paki-unmute. Paki-unmute Alfred, Prabhu. Opo.
Yeah, that's okay na.
Opo, opo.
As usual, the session is very interesting, and you get a lot of knowledge from this sanga. I enjoy it for now, just listening. Maybe in the future I'll put some more questions, but for now I'm satisfied with listening. Thank you very much for your association.
Jai.
Jai Srila
We
Prabhupada.
hope to see you again in the temple also, Prabhu. It was nice that you
Yes,
came the last
maybe
time.
one of
Maybe
these
this
days.
weekend.
Yeah.
You can try on a weekend. We'll have the Sunday Love Peace program. And today, actually, we have a new member, Prabhu. Bhaktin Ame.
Where is she from?
Paki, unmute Mataji. Vedika Mag Salita. She is the one who actually came to the temple to assist in the prasadam distribution.
Oh,
She stays very close to the temple and she was very interested to also join this session. Vedika Mag Salita Mataji.
how she liked the session?
Hi, hello, good afternoon. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Gandang
Krishna.
hapon. Good
Ganang
afternoon.
hapon po, Hare Krishna.
I learned a lot today. Thank you for inviting me, Prabhu. And it's nice to meet all of you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Likewise,
What
Mataji.
what particularly you learned today that strike you?
About compassion and also protecting oneself. And I also remember about what you said regarding all religions and there is one God.
Hmm. So you like the answers?
Yes, Prabhu.
I think Alfred's mic is creating a backlash.
Yung fan yata Prabhu ay nakatapat sa mic nyo. Parang
Some
may,
echo effect.
there's some,
Right.
opo, okay na po.
Very good. So very nice. What about our translator, Rosemary? How you like the session?
Rosemary? Rachel, uy. Kuwan nyo. Normative.
Rose Mataji, nagustuhan niyo po ang session natin ngayon?
Yes, Prabhu, very much. In fact, I'm looking forward for it every week now, and it is really very much enlightening. And yeah, I'm really looking forward for it every Thursday. That's why
Every Thursday morning, she actually asks, is it the same link? Are we going to have the session today? In the morning itself, she'll ask.
that's why just now when I can hear Prabhu, I have to say that I cannot hear because Prabhu's words are really very soothing to the heart. Whatever is read in the Bhagavad Gita actually is very much soothing in the heart.
Not my words, it's the words of God.
Yes, Prabhu, but of course, if we will read it on our own, we will never understand. We will never get the benefit. We will not be able to get the benefit. But if there is someone who is more like learned than us, then of course it's more beneficial because we will understand it better. So I'm really very grateful for the time that you are spending with us every Thursday, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. The other way around, I'm very fortunate to have been given the service to, you know, be with all of you and learn, you know. So, what about our translator? What doctor has to say? She did a great job, don't you think so?
Yes, it does.
She's the one who talked the most.
Very good.
There, you can unmute. Yeah.
Krishna, Prabhus and Matajis. I'm so sorry if I'm not able to translate some words so difficult, but thank you for your consideration.
No, I think you did a good job, although I didn't understand it. But
It did. Mataji is really
Despite the very sore throat that she has, also she managed to translate very well.
but at least we are very fortunate that we have her here on board, you know, to help us with the, you know, Tagalog language. I think this is very important.
But thank you, Prabhu, because we're learning a lot from all your explanation. Because if we'll be reading it on our own, we won't be able to understand. Like, for example, if you allow me to read something like the verse, if you ask me to translate it on my own, usually I translate it differently. But when you explain it, that's the time that I really understand the essence of it. With me alone, it would be different.
because Prabhu, our mind will speculate.
Yes.
So
we
how
will give
about
it.
if
We will give it a different meaning, and then we will be lost again.
We have to,
Dika,
we
what about
says,
if
Yes, Mataji.
what if Raj Kishore, your husband, will explain it to you, then you will translate it?
Yes,
Can
actually, that's what's happening behind Mataji. Sometimes I pause because he's explaining it to me and then I translate. So that's what is actually happening.
Some words are very difficult. English to
Yeah,
Tagalog. You have to think carefully.
yes. So that's why I'm pausing for a long time
We
because he's
understand.
explaining it. Yes, Prabhu.
mas Tagalog pa siya sa'yo? Ganon? Indian niya, Indian man siya.
Marina Mataji said he knows more Tagalog than you, Vraja Prabhu.
I think it's a fact, he knows more.
Yeah.
No, bro, not at all.
So let us hear from you how you find. You are the chief host.
Yeah.
It was good, Prabhu. It was very nice. I actually chose the first question because we have a new member today. So I wanted you to explain to them like in a very clear manner about this topic, because here it's usually like that. Whenever we invite them or tell them that it's a different, I mean, it's a religious practice, the first thing they will ask is it based on the Bible? And then or they would ask, what, you converted yourself, you're not a Christian anymore? So they see you as if you've done some sort of a big sin or something by accepting some other, adopting some other path. So that question actually you have explained very nicely, Prabhu. The first one also was very clear. So I hope this will help whoever is hearing. And the way we can present it also, I mean, this question is very commonly asked. So if everyone can also learn how to present it like that, it'll be very nice. So it was nice hearing from you, and then good learning for everybody.
Thank you so much. I guess I have covered everyone here. except myself. You heard me.
Actually, there were a few other questions also, but we can always discuss them in our next sessions.
Or you can answer them also, You can call them and tell them the answers. No problem.
Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Otherwise, they may have to wait in the whole week for that. You can always, clear it up. And they'll be easy for them.
Actually, the other questions also were by Manjukasi Mataji.
Oh,
Because she left, we didn't take those questions.
oh, you can call her. Well, I mean,
Yes.
you're meeting her every day. You can explain to her.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess if you can circulate this video to the others, and maybe if they are interested, they can join us. This is open house.
Yes, Prabhu.
I think that will be a very good service if every one of you can, help, bring some more people on board. It will be very nice.
Marina Mataji dapat mag ano kayo kay Popet Mataji.
Kumusta?
Mangumusta lang. Tapos pilitin
Okay.
mag-join.
Kasi
Oo,
mahiyain.
oo.
Mahiyain siya.
Oo.
Opo.
Since before pa she's
Opo.
like that.
Actually, Nilambar Prabhu's wife and Marina Mataji are very good friends, Prabhu, since back in 80s, 90s, I think. So she can actually pull her into the practice again. She's very shy and she has also become like she has gone into the practice of Christianity again. So
Yeah.
it's very difficult for her to now come back. But maybe with Marina Mataji encouraging her, she will probably come back. You call her and talk to her, Mataji, please. We request you. You can encourage her to join these sessions also. Actually, sabi nga po ni Nilambar Prabhu, he will join this week. Wala. Busy.
Okay, I guess you all please help, because more and more people learn this, their heart will become closer to God, no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, thank you very much. If you can help in this way, I think this is the greatest compassion you can give to everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, thank you again. I mean, I wish I can come and meet all of you in person, but for now, I guess I have to see you all like this. Thank your association. Thank you again. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody for joining. Hare Krishna.